Hi, welcome back to my channel, Some Inspirations for You. I think this is week 4 now of my weight loss journey, and as you can tell I'm now feeling a lot better than I have done for the last couple of weeks. That said, this week has not been a good week for my weight loss, and not because I've done anything I shouldn't have done. I have eaten absolutely 100% on plan. I've had hardly any sins all week. I think the only sins I've really had are for a Miller Lite, and some of those are half a sin and some of them are 1 sin. So that is really nothing. And then on Friday night I did treat myself to a non-alcoholic wine. As you know, I'm on dry January, so I'm not drinking alcohol, and I've got till this Friday now to go. And surprisingly I found it very, very easy. I just fancied having something different this weekend. So when I was in Sainsbury's, I think I told you before that they used to sell this really nice sparkling wine called Iceberg, and I haven't been able to find it, so I tried the white and really wasn't impressed, and tried another non-alcoholic white, wasn't impressed. It was like grape juice, so I didn't see the point in wasting sins on that. So on Friday I thought I would try this one instead. It's the same make. I just figured that, you know, the make is probably a better quality non-alcoholic wine. But this was the red wine, which you can't really tell. The bottle's empty. It's 28 calories a glass, so it's roughly around 1.5 sins for 250 millilitres. So it's not bad actually at all. For a wine substitution that's non-alcoholic, I have to say it wasn't bad. Now, it doesn't taste like a full-bodied alcoholic red wine, I'll be honest with you on that. It's very light and very fruity, but it's in between being a fruit juice and a wine, if that makes sense. So it's very drinkable, and for a change, I think it's worth the 1.5 sins a glass. So I would have that again. So going back to dry January, as you know, hubby and I've got a bet on, and Friday there is a table booked in a restaurant, and whoever loses the bet has to pay for it. So at the moment it's going to be my hubby, because I have not given in whatsoever, even though there is a pop bottle of bubbly a friend left in my fridge last weekend that I haven't touched. I also haven't binned it because I thought it would show my resilience levels, and I look at it now and I'm not bothered about drinking it. So I'm hoping that come the end of dry January I will also still be able to think, do you know what, I'm not bothered at the weekend if I have a drink or not. So on Friday I'm going out to this restaurant, and I thought, well, I've been so good all month, I'm going to treat myself to a new outfit. And although I like my clothes, I'm really not great at shopping and tend to do most things online. Before Christmas I bought an outfit which was a animal print, which I'll post a picture here, which I wore for date night with my hubby, and then also wore on Christmas Day, and loved it. I was always really wary about animal print. I thought it probably wouldn't suit me, or I'm the wrong age, but actually I loved it. And then I was watching this morning when I was off sick a couple weeks ago, excuse me, and saw a dress on one of their fashion sort of pieces. Loved it, and it was in Wallace, so I quickly googled it, and typically it's sold out. But as I was flicking through, I saw another one, and if I could just show you this one. Oh, can you see this? So it's got sort of 3/4 length sleeves. But what I love about this one is, I don't know if I can show you, it's got like a wrap effect, but it's got a lining, so it saves dignity, and it's sort of V-cut, which suits my my figure, because I am sort of larger busted from a lady's perspective. So, and that was from Wallace, so I am really looking forward to wearing that on Friday, and I will post a picture of me in that. But I was thinking about sort of going out and wearing that dress, and I was thinking, well, actually I no longer have a winter coat that isn't sort of like a puffer jacket or a casual jacket. And I thought, well, I've been going out, last time we went out for date night I wore a little mini sort of leather jacket, which was great. But it's going to be really cold next week, and that's going to be too thin for me. So I was thinking, well, I don't really want to wear a really nice dress and a puffer jacket. Just not going to work. So while I was online, I had a look and saw this amazing wrap coat from Weightloss as well, which I post here for you. And I love it, really, really love it. Thankfully, it was in the sale as well, so even better. As I was sort of like flicking through the internet, which I haven't done for ages for clothes for me, I'm terrible, I also found another coat, which I've got one coat that I've just bought. Didn't really need another winter coat, but then I thought, you know what, that one from Weightloss is probably just to the knee, it's a bit lighter, it's wintry, it's lighter, and it's black. So maybe it wouldn't hurt to have another colour jacket or coat. So I've been a bit frivolous and I bought another coat. So let me show you. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. I love this one. It's really long. It's belted again. There we go. But what I love about this one is, I don't know if you can tell, the collar comes off. So you can wear it with the collar or without. At the moment, because of the cold weather, the collar's staying on. So I might end up wearing that one next Friday. Who knows? Because if it's going to be really, really cold, I think that collar would be really, really nice. The black one doesn't have any buttons on it. It's just literally wrap around and you tie it. Whereas this one's got little press studs here, so you can secure it. Which if it's windy, even though you've got the belt, I think it's probably more secure and will actually cover you more. So I'm really chuffed with that. And again, that was in the sale. And that was from ASOS, which is a website actually I've never used before. So there you go. And then because on that website, I'm into animal print at the moment, as I said, and I saw this belt. Can you see? £8, and I love it. And I thought, do you know what? I wear a lot of black, and sometimes I just want to break it up. So I thought, why not? So that went into the cart as well. So I thought, well, do you know what, Maria? Stop spending now. But then I had my Weightloss clothes delivered to a shop in Birmingham for collection, because I work in Birmingham. And as I was passing H&M, I thought, maybe I need to look for some accessories. Not that I don't have hundreds of accessories. And I ended up buying a pack of 3 earrings for £9.99, which I think isn't bad. It's just over £3 a set of earrings, and I think I can mix and match those lovely. And then it's caught my eye. I thought that might go with it as well. And that was even more of a bargain, because that was £9.99 reduced down to £3. So always love a bargain. So I'm quite chuffed. So I'm quite looking forward now to next Friday, to my lovely date night, which is my prize for dry January. So anyway, back to my weight loss for this week. I have been absolutely on plan, right? I have used my diary every single day. I have recorded everything in my diary. And there is nothing in my diary that would tell me that there's a reason why my weight has completely slowed. So I actually weigh myself every day, as you know. And my weight at the moment is exactly as it was this time last week. And it hasn't moved. Now, I can use the excuse that obviously while I was off sick, I was on steroids, I wasn't exercising. All of that I can use. But I've gone back to work now on Wednesday, so my steps have increased from say 1,500 up to 16,500, 17,000. So I've had a few days more activity, and I thought it would have moved, but it hasn't. Now, at this point, I could get really, really demotivated and think, do you know what? What's the point? Why am I even bothering with this? But ultimately, I know why I'm bothering, because there is a number that I want to get back to. Now it could be, which is what happened last time I lost my weight, is my body didn't adjust to being the lower weight that I was. I liked it, my husband didn't like it, my parents didn't like it, some of my friends didn't like it, they said I looked too thin. Most people that I knew said this was the weight they liked me at. But I just knew that it was a different weight that I wanted to be. And I just think my body probably is settled right now at this weight. And so I think the next few pounds I'm going to try and push to get back are going to be difficult. They were last time, they're going to be this time. So I'm not going to get the £3, £4, £5 losses a week now. I think I'm going to be getting the pound losses, and sometimes the maintenance and things like that. But that's okay as long as I know that I'm ultimately going to get to the goal I want to get. Now this is where in week 1 I said to you, measure yourself, because this is the week where I'm going to get non-scale victories. Okay, so NSVs, because the scales aren't moving. So what else is going on? Because I'm not eating rubbish, I'm watching what I'm eating loads of fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, everything's perfect. So something's got to be changing if it's not on the scales. And so last night I measured myself again, and I was really pleased to see, and I've got my book in front of me, that my hips have dropped 1/4 inch, my waist 1 inch, my arms 3/4 inch, my legs 3/4 inch, and my bum 1 3/4 inch off my bum. So that really, for £9.9, is not bad when you think, you know, if you look at your body overall, my shape's changing. What was interesting is my boobs have gone up by 1/4 inch. They didn't need to. When I lost my weight last time to my lowest weight, it came down a couple of inches. So I'm hoping this is just a bit of a blip, and that will start to reduce. If they don't, that's fine. The key thing for me is my hips and my waist that I'd like to get down. So I haven't had a really good scale success this week, but I have had the inches, and that is where I said, please, please, please measure yourself, because that gives you the focus again to get on and do the next week and plan and things like that. So the week ahead for me, I'm in the office 3 days. So in my head, I'm now decided those 3 days I am going to the gym. Now I'm not sure how well my chest is going to hold up to going to the gym. However, it is indoors and it's warmer. So the plan is, if I can't do any cardio, I can at least walk on the treadmill. And that's going to increase my steps and my body magic, and that's just going to help me, and I can build up. I've got another day where I'm off site at work, so I can't go to the gym, and there's also going to be a buffet there. Now that is going to be a challenge because I don't know what food is going to be in that buffet. So I'm going to plan that day to have a breakfast, which is going to be yogurt and fruit, so I'm not going to use any healthy extras at all. For lunch, I'm hoping there will be some salads there, so I'm going to fill up on salads and look for the healthiest options. And then worst case scenario for the evening, I can then just maybe have an omelette. So if I have had any sins during the day, then I can sort of compensate in the evening. So that's how I'm going to get around Tuesday. And then Wednesday I'm working at home, so that's easy because I can plan that. The only thing is, working from home, you don't get your steps up, you don't get your exercise. I'll walk the dogs in the morning and I will try and walk them in the evening, but it doesn't get me anywhere near where I was because I'm quite sedentary in here working away. So Thursday, Friday will be my gym, and I'm just hoping that that will give me some motivation to lose a few more pounds, or at least £1. Friday, as I said, is our date night for the table that's been booked for the end of dry January, so I am going to have some wine. So I'm planning that I am going to have my sins that night, but what I am going to do is try and choose healthy options off the menu. So the week ahead is going to be a bit of a challenge, but with a bit of planning, I think I can do it. And this is where, with your own personal weight loss journey, just think about what obstacles are going to get in the way, and then try and plan around them as best you can. And if you really, really, really can't plan, don't worry, do the best you can. And then just as soon as that obstacle's finished, you start fresh. What you don't want to do is to let one meal end up being a week, you know, or 2 weeks sabotaged, okay? Life gets in the way sometimes, and said this isn't a diet, this is about a healthy eating plan and a new way of sort of eating and looking after yourself. So there are always going to be times when you are going to eat off plan because there's nothing else you can do. It's just as long as the next meal is on plan, and the meal after, and the meal after. So come back next week, let's see how I do. Let's see if I can get that scale to budge a little bit for me. But I'm not despondent because I've seen the inches that have come off. So, you know, I know my shape's coming back down. My clothes are going to start feeling looser, especially around the bum. So that for me is going to make me feel better. So for your week ahead, what I'm going to say is good luck with it. Plan, plan, plan. If you haven't already measured yourself, go and do it, okay? Because it does make a difference on weeks like I'm having, okay? I'm going to put some new recipes onto my YouTube as well, including a beautiful chocolate. It's like a black forest roulade, which was absolutely amazing. It was 4.5 cents a slice. The lightest is that you'll ever have, so if you have got a sweet tooth and you want to indulge yourself, have a look at that. But I've also been baking some biscuits, which I'm going to eat during the week because I want to make sure that I can get my healthy extra Bs, but I can spread them out during the day to keep me fuller for longer. So have a look at that. There's 3 different variations to it. And then this evening I'm planning to make some soup for the week ahead, so when I'm in the office and when I'm working from home, I've got a healthy lunch as well to go to, which is sin-free but very filling. So have a look at those as well. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel please and press for notifications. If you try any of my recipes or you're also sort of looking at your own weight loss, let me know how you're getting on and stay tuned. So see you next week.